Corey on Sports here. Now, the Browns beat the Bengals 24-3, a beatdown of epic proportions, and it got me to thinking, do the Browns have the best defense in the NFL? Now I know what you're thinking. Bro, calm down. It's one game. You're overreacting. And you're right. But it got me thinking, though. They held the Bengals to 6 first downs for the entire football game. Now, they had 3 passing first downs, 2 rushing first downs, and 1 by a penalty. So I don't even count the penalty one. So it should be 5 first downs, but that's our penalty. It's our fault. So you got to give it 6, right? Joe Burrow, the new highest paid player in NFL history, and he deserves every penny of it. He really does. Was held to 82 passing yards. He didn't even reach 100. Now, I know the weather conditions had a lot to do with it. If it was a clean, sunny day outside, it would have looked different. And I know that too. It would have been a different outcome when it comes to yardage, how the game flow would have went for both teams on offense. But this is what we got to look at when we look at the defense of performance of the Cleveland Browns. The mentality, how they were playing, how aggressive they were. This is a totally different defense under Jim Schwartz. Did you look and see how they were playing? Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, Grant Delpit. He may have been the best player on the field for the Browns on defense. And I am not exaggerating. He was all over the place the entire game. And then you had Martin Emerson Jr. at times where he was the best player on the field. And then, of course, Myles Garrett. Listen, he is Myles Garrett. The defensive line was wreaking havoc. So, if it was a sunny day outside, throws may have been more on point from Joe Burrow. But the fact of the matter is this. The DBs were on those receivers like glue on a stick, like bee on honey, like me on pepperoni pizza, like me drinking Sunkist Zero. The point is, they were all over them. It's not like they were wide open and the throw was just missed and how could you do it? Even when the throw was there, the DB was there. The defense was wreaking havoc on Joe Burrow where he had to run for his life. Sometimes he threw it out of bounds because he just didn't want to end up face plant into the dirt. So yes, weather had a lot to do with it, but this defense had more to do with it than the weather. 3 points. They held the Bengals to 142 yards. If you just watch the game, or if you go back and look at the film, if you have NFL Plus, you look at the coach's film, you're going to be able to see a dominant performance from a new look Jim Schwartz defense. So I ask you again, do the Browns have the best defense in the NFL? Before I answer that question, they held Joe Mixon to 56 yards rushing. Nick Chubb had 106 yards rushing. So the weather had nothing to do with the rushing. Now, I know Nick Chubb is better than Joe Mixon, but that's not the point. The point is, last year, if we had this same conversation about weather, do you remember the New Orleans Saints game? I know you do. What happened there? Snowy conditions. The defense let us down. So, I don't want to hear all that weather commotion about, well, the defense, the weather aided them, so maybe they're not as good as they are. This defense is elite, and they are putting the league on notice, and we didn't even have Juan Thornhill yesterday to beat down the Cincinnati Bengals. So back to my original question as I'm beating up my mic. I'm good at it. Do the Browns have the best defense in the NFL? I'm going to say not yet. I know, right? All that, and you're going to say not yet. Just my opinion, I don't know yet. It's one game. We're going to have to see. And the Dallas Cowboys just pitched a shutout against the Giants last night as I woke up and seen on my phone. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. But they pitched a shutout, so they had to do something good. So I don't know. I'm going to say not yet. But I am going to say they're putting the league on notice. And I am all here for it, and I can't wait. I am getting excited because if we have this dominant defensive performance, now they're not going to hold Joe Burrow again under 100 yards. They're not going to hold every team to 3 points. That is unrealistic. But if they play like this, if they're aggressive like this, man, it's going to be problems for some teams. And I'm here for it. That's it for me. So let me know. How do you feel about this Browns defense? And do you believe they have the best defense in the NFL? Yes or no? Or are you like me? The jury's still out. You need to see, and that's okay too. And at the end of your hashtag, you know how it is. Just leave the hashtag Victory Monday because it feels so good to win on Sunday. That's it for me. I appreciate all you. And I'll see you when I see you.